Welcome to Crown Gist. If you are tired of bloggers that talk like they're chewing stones, doing and like they're looking for their lost key, you have reached your final destination. Crown Gist is the sharpest blade in the game. We don't stammer, we don't delay, and we don't play hide and seek with the truth. We are the direct, unfiltered, and straight to the point headquarters for everything Guy Says No Palace. If you want the gist raw and hot without all that stuttering noise, hit that subscribe button ASAP and join the family. The Guy Says No Palace is currently under a spiritual lockdown. The Jewel and Dr. Sapphire are allegedly on their knees, pleading with the powerful priestess Adetutu to spay and marry the great lion. Why? Because Adetutu's spiritual eyes have saved the Jewel from a programmed road accident and protected the palace from dark traps that were meant to swallow them. But Adetutu has dropped a condition that is hotter than fire. I will not share this palace with Ebony. She has threatened to use her spiritual powers to reset Ebony if the great lion doesn't show her the exit door. It's a battle of the great seer versus the palace troublemaker. Omo, make una gather around and hold your heart because this gist today gets spirit inside. There is a heavy vibration inside the Guy Says No Palace, and it's not because of a party. It's because of a woman named Adetutu, the one they call the eyes of the spirits. Reports reaching us at Crown Gist suggest that the Jewel and Dr. Sapphire are in a desperate state. They have gone back to Adetutu, begging her with everything they hold sacred to reconsider her decision to leave. They want her to officially marry the great lion and stay as a permanent spiritual pillar. But why are they so desperate? Why is a queen, the Jewel, and Dr. Sapphire begging another woman to join the marriage? The reason is enough to make your hair stand up. The great lion finally revealed the secret of what happened the day the Jewel was leaving Ibadan to Lagos. You see, the world thought it was just a normal trip, but behind the scenes, the major road mishap was already programmed in the spirit realm to swallow the Jewel on that highway. It was Adetutu's maternal family that ran to the great lion screaming that something is wrong. Adetutu saw the trap clearly. She saw the blood on the road and told the king exactly what was coming. Because of her vision, the great lion had to cancel the Jewel's initial travel plans and send a special fortified vehicle to snatch highway than Ibadan before the enemies could strike. That singular vision from Adetutu saved the Jewel's life. The intensity for the palace right now is high because everyone has realized that Adetutu is not just another wife. She is a spiritual insurance policy. Even Blow was saved because Adetutu stopped her from going to Oshogbo for a wedding. The man who eventually went in her place ended up in a terrible accident that was meant for the palace royalty. This is why the Jewel and Dr. Sapphire are terrified. They feel like if Adetutu leaves, the spiritual lights of the palace will go out, leaving them in total darkness, where Ebony and her supporters are waiting to pounce. But Adetutu is a woman of fire. She told them point blank, I am not a fan of nonsense. She has given the great lion the how me condition. She said as long as Ebony continues her violence and her disrespectful behavior, Adetutu will never be part of the equation. In fact, she dropped a warning that sent chill down everyone's spine. She said if they force her to stay while Ebony is there, she will use her own spiritual hands to buy, that is, deal with Ebony. She said she doesn't have the patience to tolerate the spiritual dirty work going on behind the scenes that the great lion doesn't even see yet. The fire for this palace right now past the one we see for chapter 1. After Adetutu dropped out heavy conditions, say Ebony must go before she go stay, the great lion's head start to swell like soaked garri. This no be just housewife wahala again. This is a battle of spiritual supremacy. A suspense reached a boiling point where more secrets about Adetutu's vision started leaking out. You see, Adetutu no be just any ordinary person. She was spiritual CCTV for that palace. There was this garden egg incident where everybody they talk about. They said they went to his farmland and Adetutu start to see things with ordinary eye no fit see. She was seeing garden egg farms everywhere in the spiritual realm, decoding messages and seeing deep things where the great lion and the rest no even understand. That is how gifted she be. Because of her this heavy gift, Dr. Sapphire, Blow and the Dweller formed a support group around her. They are literally begging her, I beg, did you no go back to UK yet? Even the great lion has told her point blank, look, I am not the type of man to tie my wives down, but you are a priestess. You belong here, not out there in the cold of London. He's offering you the best of both worlds. Stay in the palace, keep your UK life, but us be our spiritual cover. But Adetutu is a no-nonsense woman. She looked them for eye and say,
as long as Ebony is in this equation, count me out. She's seeing a whole lot of spiritual dirty moves where you want the great lion, no way TV go on get. She even agreed with the reverend, said the jewel needs to wake up and fight for what belongs to her because the enemies for that palace no they sleep at all. The intensity for this matter right now is that Ebony gets some under-age people where they back her. These people don't care whether she do right or wrong. Their one is just to make sure she stays there to continue to torment the great lion and the jewel. But Adetutu has for me say if the king of it handle Ebony, she will handle him her own way spiritually. The curiosity for the audience now is who will the great lion choose? If he allows Adetutu to leave, he is exposed to spiritual attack. If he keeps Ebony out, he will face the Abandai Enja Wahala. Reports say the king is now in a desperate state to put Ebony out of the palace because the pressure from Adetutu and the otherwise is too much. They want a peaceful palace and they believe Ebony is the dark cloud blocking their sun. Right now, everybody is waiting for early January or February. That is when the final forest rituals will go finish. And that is when we go know who will pack Lord and who will say Adetutu's decision still stand. No Ebony, no Adetutu. The jewel is just there praying and hoping say her spiritual big sister no go leave her alone with all these lions. Abeg, no forget say all these ones now still alleged rumors and unverified gist where they try on social media. For crown gist, we don't give you fact until it is confirmed, but we give you the gist as it is hot.